guys, thanks for waiting and welcome back to Them Parts Live. So, tonight I have a really great show for you guys. I have a guest on. I had a great conversation with him. He knows a lot about hip hop, politics. He researches and studies a lot of different areas. So I had questions about what's going on with our young rappers. We got a lot of these guys that are locked up, facing major charges, or are not here anymore. So I had questions about NBA YoungBoy and what's going on with him. So today I'm going to introduce my guest, Bilal. Hey Bilal, how you doing tonight?
Hello, hello.
Hey, so I
Man,
really
how about
appreciate
yourself?
you. I'm good. I'm good. I think we have a little delay, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. Um, and if anything happens, we'll go right where we left off at if it drops or anything like that. So we'll be fine. I just basically really wanted to get your insights and your thoughts on what's going on today in hip hop. From my time seeing what's happening with our young black rappers, especially. You know, when I grew up, rappers weren't going to jail like this. They weren't getting killed like this. They weren't facing major charges like this. So, really right now on the top of my mind is NBA YoungBoy. So if you can give me your thoughts, give me some insight, kind of break stuff down for me, like what is going on with him?
I think he kind of young, and the situation he got himself in before his claim or his climb to stardom. Kind of he still like got them ghosts and skeletons in his closet, if you will. Like
Hmm.
he just beat that case, I think a year or two ago out in California, the Fed case, and he had one more back in his hometown. But like we were talking the other day, I think that he kind of plateaued in a sense to where his fame, like it it rose rapidly, basically. And so he had a conversation with Charleston White, just basically explaining, like, he was misled, and now these things are coming about. And one of the major things a lot of young artists, I feel, have to deal with is those addictions. And so that kind of got him caught up in the situation where he's at now. It's like you're on house arrest waiting to go to court for a felony charge, and he's kind of cooped up, and he's in his early 20s. So it's just like,
Yeah.
he's got addictions and wants to get out. I'm not sure the exact stipulations of his house arrest, but he's on house arrest now. So it's just like he's still finding ways to get into stuff. So
Mm. Okay, so
I don't
he's
know.
not
I hope it
in.
works out for him.
Okay. So just to understand, he's not behind bars right now. He's fighting his case under house arrest.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep, yep. He beat the one in California, and so I think the one that had him on house arrest was the one in his hometown. But he owns property in other places, and so he's in house arrest like in Colorado somewhere.
So what so when you say, oh shoot. It
Yeah.
looks like, okay, got you back. I thought we lost you. Um so can you hear me okay, Bilal? I think we
Yeah, I can
still
hear you.
have a delay. So just let me know if you have any issues hearing me. But you said that he's
Okay.
on house arrest and he's still able to get in trouble. What do you mean by that? Oh, lost him at the worst time. I don't know if it's his. I'm not going to blame his connection because it could be mine. But let me remove him for a second. So, he'll call right back in. He'll call right back in. We're going live. I want thoughts. You know, if you guys have any questions, have any thoughts, I can send you. Actually, let's see if I can I'll put the link in the chat. I'll put the link in the comments. And if someone wants to join the conversation, you're welcome to join the conversation because I'm sure there's trolls out there. So somebody always gonna have a difference of opinion. Somebody always gonna you just may have a different set of facts. So let's hear it. So as we have our discussion about what's really going on with NBA YoungBoy, um, and that's just the surface. I'm just starting with NBA YoungBoy, but what's up with all of these rappers? Why is their lives just barely hanging by a thread? Whether it's jail time or there's so many words you can't say on YouTube right now that I'm afraid to even know. I don't know what to call it. But when they're unalived, I think that word goes. But when they're no longer here, I think that word goes. So, okay, we got Bilal back. Let's bring Bilal back in to the stream.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, perfect.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's all
Yeah, I'm
right.
struggling
It's
with
all
this
right.
internet over here.
It's still kind of a little delay, so push come to shove. Let me see if I take myself off the screen.
I was gonna say if it works better for you, you can call me.
And but then we won't be able to see you. Or could we do both? Actually, it
Can you hear
seems to
me?
be working right now. Or not. I thought it was. I thought it was. Oh shoot. Okay, there he is. There he is. There he is. Okay. Oh shoot. Yeah, we might have to call. We might have to call and get some insight. I want to have this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I can call you.
Yeah, you can call me and put me on speaker because I'm still trying to mess.
Okay, not a problem. I'm gonna give you a call. Let me figure out how to do this where I can hear everything. So, all right, let me figure this out. All right, so we are going to get him on the phone. No, I need to do it on. Where's the phone at? Right here. All right, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this, baby. Let's do it like this. All good things and the bad things not me. Look at how time flies when you don't realize it. Ain't that something? All right, all right. Turn this navigation off. I'm home. I'm home. I'm back. I'm here. Thank you. Okay. See, article popped up. Another rapper gone, and this is okay. Wait. Let me get my guest on the show. Then I'll say this to him. Maybe he could speak on it. All right. Boom. All right. Boom. Okay. Boom. See, now I'm afraid that I'll record a whole show. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 404. Okay, woo. Maybe he was calling me while I was calling him. But you guys saw he did appear, and he had internet complications, and it happens at just when you need it. Every other time you have no issues, but soon it's something that you've been looking forward to or something very important, stops working. It just decides to give you problems. So because me and him started testing it out a few like 20 minutes before the show started, and it was a little complicated then. So let's try again. And we were testing out his so long I didn't get to test mine. So hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just don't know if I can hear you if I was a viewer at home hear you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm still
'Cause
trying to wait. We out in the country, so.
yeah, I know. Well, it happens, but I can hear you clearly on the phone, so we're gonna try it like this. And well, it could be on my end too because my phone just popped up unstable network. So we're gonna get through it. We'll see.
I'm just logged on to my phone. It seems like it has a little service.
All right, come on. Anytime I see you on the screen, I'm gonna just pull you right back into the show. So that's fine. Come on in. Oh, not trying to say time. Okay, I see you. Bye. All right. Oh shit. As soon as I hung up, it went away. Man, and there's a lot to talk about because it's not just all right, there you go. All right, so we are starting the show once again. Oh, you can't hear me and I can't hear you. That's true. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure everything's unmuted. Okay. Okay, what about now? You can't hear me now? No? I can't hear you either. And it's actually clear. Okay, hold on. I sent you the link again. So we're gonna start over. I don't know why I can't hear it. Okay, I couldn't hear him. He couldn't hear me. So I sent him another link to sign in with. But I don't know if you guys can hear me. Oh, you know what? Let's turn on my TV and see. Let's see. I am live, baby. Where's where's the rest of my people? I'm the only one watching me? Where's the rest of my people? Ah, look, I can hear myself. I'm the only one watching me? See, look, this is what I do know. Let me pause. Let me pause that. That's funny. This is what I do know about my audience, though, is that they watch later. Okay, we get the numbers later. Okay, Bilal's back. Bilal's back. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Let me hear you.
Right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Welcome back. Let me give a clap. Yeah. All right. So let's get this show going on the 212. All right. So Bilal, what's up with NBA YoungBoy? What's going on with him? Why is he facing federal charges? Why is he on house arrest? What does all of that mean? And did he break down some of it in his new song?
I actually haven't. I'm getting to the age like I'm about to be 30. So some of his music is a little difficult for me to even sit through and listen to. It's just a little bit
Way
more up
difficult for
tempo than I
me.
like. But yeah, I think like he's biting off more than he can chew. He's got a couple previous relationships. He took children from, and he's being a parent to his children as well.
Hmm.
And that's one of his big. It's the money for him, but at the same time, with the habits that he has and just the background that he comes from, like I said, those skeletons are kind of popping up out of the closet at him. And I mean, as a lot of us get into our, foundation and structure as adults, like you got to pay for something, you know. Not that I hope he gets through it, Not that I'm saying it's going to break him, but you got to look right. A lot of musicians or black rappers, they're going through these RICO charge situations. I was just actually watching last night at like 4 o'clock this morning. Actually, I was watching the situation with Young Thug and his trial, and all the lawyers calling for a mid trial. But it's like a mass attack on like black rappers right now, like with these RICO charges and these big crime busts and what they call it, organized crime syndicates and stuff like that. And it's crazy, like it's going on under like the current presidential campaign or cabinet that we have now. But
Mm-hmm.
just what 3 years ago when Trump was in office, Trump's pardoning people for $1 million, $2 million. Like what I'm saying, Wayne got a pardon. What's his name? Kodak Black got a pardon. Like
What you mean? They
knowingly,
had to
like
pay
these
for
people
it?
paid for their freedom. Oh
They
yeah, for sure,
paid
for
Trump for
sure.
that?
Like Kodak did the interview on Drink Champ. Yeah, I mean he didn't get in trouble for it. Nobody pressed the issue, but it's knowing, like what I'm saying. Kodak talked about it on Drink Champs. They asked him. They said, if Donald Trump called you right now, asked you for $1 million, like what you gonna do? He said, ask him how he want it. Your people gonna come pick it up. You want me to drop it off? What? Like these folks is like
But
in and out.
but that's a fair reaction after somebody letting you out of prison. I'm sure Kodak was facing a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, on top of like he didn't just let him out for what. What does Kodak Black and Donald Trump have in common, other than you know what I'm saying? Trump has a house in Mar-a-Lago, Florida, like, but it's the money. Like the money is the common denominator, and that's the difference. Like Trump is about his bread. Joe Biden, not so much. Like, you know, and this was back when I was a baby, but Joe Biden and what's his name, Bill Clinton, like these individuals are responsible even for that three strike law, like out on the West Coast and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
that they put into
Oh yeah.
legislation. Joe Biden played a major part in that. So, you know, it's just it comes with the territory, you know, especially as a artist or entertainer and being black. But like now, it seems like they're all under attack for a certain reason. Like, and YoungBoy would be one as well. You know,
Why?
I
What?
followed him for a while, and
Uh huh.
like when he, uh, I mean, why? As far as what is he under attack, or
Why would he be one that's under
I
attack?
mean,
Is it his influence on the young people?
that's a major
The
part. The
amount of money
influence
he's
plays a major
making?
part with the young people, but ultimately, I think that's what it all comes down to is the money, especially in the industry. Like, you know, it's they had a like a tag for a while in some rap music. You know, no rap cap. Like it ain't no cap salaries. Like people doing shows in the club for $500,000 at times, depending on
Right.
who you are and what's your relevance.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. This is these are dealings. Like you know they can't really put all that money on the books as far as keeping track with them and these type of deals. So that's a major part with the rap industry right now, and they're trying to find a way to basically limit or cap what they can make without having to pay taxes on type situation. Like even with, you know, cryptocurrency stuff and a lot of money apps, you know, they're talking about if you make more than $600 or get more than $600 sent to your Cash App, blah blah, they're gonna start trying to tax you for it.
That's
Like
right.
that's what it's coming down to.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for the last 2 years, and they done put it off. And next year they say it's going into effect. So just
Yep.
imagine people who everybody ain't reporting all their money, and of course that's what they trying to catch. But that's gonna be so much money, and it's gonna hurt the
Right.
smallest people the most, and that's the problem with that. So when you
That's really.
say Joe Biden ain't about the money, he
I'm
is.
sorry. I was just gonna say that's.
We got a
I didn't.
delay.
I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
I was saying when you say Joe Biden ain't about
Oh.
the money, he is about the money, but it's hurting the smallest people the most. So that's who ain't speaking up for it. We just take it like we always do.
Yeah, he is about the money. You know, for sure. But he's about the money in a different way.
Mm. He'll come back on. We're still having connection problems. We was going strong for a minute though. No interruption, no nothing.
Like,
I was I was getting into it. Yeah. Go ahead. Hey Bilal. Thanks for
I
jumping right back on.
yeah, for sure. But I feel like people misunderstand or don't understand the correlation between Democrats and Republican parties, like what they stand for.
Mm.
So Joe Biden is definitely about the money, but it's more so from you know, they want to see it all on their ledger. You know, everything needs to
Mm.
be accounted for, and we never really numbers like as the body of the country. You know, little people, if you will, we don't get to see those numbers. Like we don't know what they're counting up, what they're adding up,
Right.
what the federal government is paying out, things like that. And so it's kind of crazy to me alone because like basically they want to, as far as the Democratic Party that is, they want to kind of subsidize, if you will, all these different people and you know put them in categories and tax brackets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Joe is. I'm not. It's nothing, directly against him. I don't. I'm indifferent about his position, but like Joe's just as bad as any other average Joe that would be in that position taking advantage of it. So,
Got you. Got you. Okay. So back to Young Boy. Okay. So can you explain what he's under investigation for, or what he's on house arrest for? Like, can you kind of break that down?
from my knowledge, as far as the house arrest and his charges back at home, I think they were gun related, something or other. I'm not sure if that was the incident when they were shooting a video, and they had guns in the video or whatever. But there was another one, I think, where he was with a bunch of his people or whatever, and everybody had guns. And I think he already was under charges, so it was kind of like a violation type situation.
Oh yeah, you
I'm
mentioned
not.
that.
I'm not
Yeah.
too for certain.
You mentioned that earlier. My bad.
Yeah, but I mean, he
Say it again. The last part.
no, I was just saying he keeps pushing his luck.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I'm not sure if that's exactly what it was. He's trying it.
yeah. So you mentioned Young Thug earlier, and I've been watching that something's going on with his lawyers and the judge. And do you know anything about that?
Basically, so there was an ex parte, if you will, conversation that went on before they had court yesterday, and the his attorneys and his legal team was not privy to this meeting. So, long story short, they were just kind of saying that that's kind of like on grounds, or that met the terms for a mistrial, because allegedly the person who was supposed to testify didn't want to testify. He wanted to plead the fifth, but him and his attorney met in the judge's chambers privately, the ex parte part, in order to coerce him to testify in the trial. And so Thug's legal team was basically saying, like, well, what's going on? We weren't invited, and we should be able to cross examine any witnesses. And like, this is the new witness or someone that they were going to bring to the podium. And the judge basically contempt of court because he wouldn't tell him who gave him this information. And he's like, well, I had this private ex parte meeting in my chamber, so like, how did you obtain this knowledge? Was the judge's thing. He held him in contempt. I mean, it's a lot of lawyers and a lot of different people on Thug's side as far as that trial. Like, it's if it's one motion, everybody up under Thug in that Rico case, their lawyers are going to try and follow suit. If Thug's lawyer calls for a mistrial,
Mm-hmm.
everybody else's lawyer on that side of the Rico, they all trying to get a mistrial, basically. And so it was just kind of like a clown show in court. And I think the DA in their case, I mean, not very solid. It's all over the place, and we'll just have to see where it goes. But they're calling ultimately for the judges.
Do you think it's grounds for a mistrial?
I think that I don't know him personally or anything like that, but if they had the evidence other than what I'm saying, witnesses corroborating and things of that nature, if they had the evidence to convict him, this wouldn't still be taking place. Like, this
Yeah,
trial wouldn't have been this long, really,
yeah, because
in
this
my
is like
opinion.
one of the longest
Not
trials in history. It's like the OJ trial. It's longer, I believe. Like this
yeah,
trial has been
yeah,
going on
yeah.
for a
It's a lot of he
very long
say, she
time.
say.
Mm. And there's some guys that have
Yeah,
already like
it's been almost 2 years.
that's crazy. That is longer than the OJ trial. So there's some guys that have already like pleaded and gone home and stuff like that. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Like Gunner, he pled out, and basically, I'm not really sure the stipulations of his plea deal or what they gave him, but he got out of jail and he made the song "Bread and Butter." He was talking about that, and it was basically that kind of was aimed at Lil Baby, the Atlanta rapper and whatnot,
Hmm.
because he was kind of like hairs away from getting a RICO charge itself, but
Little
he kind
baby.
of evaded going through like all that. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Lil Baby evaded going through the whole. He went through local government basically. When Stacey Abrams was running here, I was explaining this to my mom not long ago. Stacey Abrams was running for governor,
Mm-hmm.
and like you saw Lil Baby on commercials and stuff like that, and talking to
Mm-hmm.
Stacey Abrams about the inner city youth and everything like that. Like sometimes you gotta put yourself in a position you might not normally be willing to be in to kind of wiggle your way out of something. It's kind of like doing community service up front, if you will. But it's not that. Like the song that Gunna had bread and butter. Like he's making it seem like Lil Baby was the one kind of spoon feeding information behind the scenes to build this RICO case on Young Thug and YSL and stuff like that.
So is Young Thug taking the stand? Oh, I knew I knew it was gonna cut off. He was frozen. And oh my god, I just really wish this internet was not acting like this. And I hope it's not on my side. But I would think that mine would be acting up if it was on my side. But either way, it's really, kind of it's I just hope it doesn't sound like that when I play it back on the TV. I should play it back now before he calls in and see what it sounds like. Let's see. I'm laughing. See, look, this is what I do know. Let me. That's funny. I was trying to play it back and see it. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's kind of choppy though. It's kind of choppy.
Yeah, yeah. Like we crossed the conversation. Like it's a lag.
Yeah, it is. Damn, I wonder how it's gonna sound when I play it back. But it's live, so whatever. It's all good. Um. Uh. So. Oh, I before it cut off, I was saying, do you think Young Thug is going to? Did I lose him again? Who don't want me to ask that question? It must be the lawyers or some shit. It's like, no, don't answer that question. Hold on, we're gonna take it off the screen and then let it come back. Take it off the screen and then let it come back. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Let's hear you. Let's make sure we can hear you.
Okay.
So
You
it's
hear me?
choppy. I hear you though. I hear you. So, Young Thug, do you think he's gonna end up taking the stand?
Oh, wow. Mm, I don't know. I think in any case, it's best not to put your and from his point of view, it's best not to put your client on the stand. You know, because that cross examination can kind of either help you or hurt you. It's gonna go one way or the other, especially in a jury trial, in which this
Mm-hmm.
isn't necessarily that. So like he could say something that could in turn hurt everybody that they're trying to indict on this case. So the longer they can keep him off the stand, probably better in his situation.
Mm. So,
But
yeah.
I will say, and it's neither here nor there, but this this trial has an echo effect on the whole city, though. Not just because of who he is or what he does. Like, they have him locked up in Cobb County. Like, this man has a whole floor, only person in the dormitory. Like in Fulton County is the arresting county, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they're paying for each bed in that dorm that he's in, as if someone was basically staying. It's costing money, like taxpayer dollars. Like, we're paying for this trial.
Is that unusual? All of those things that you just named?
I lost you.
I said, is that unusual? Everything you just named, is that unusual? Can you hear me? You hear me? Hello, hello. Let's see if you can hear sound effects. You hear that? Nope. Nope. He's frozen. He's frozen. That's so terrible. I've been preparing for the show since yesterday. And now I don't have a good enough connection, but that's okay. This is not the only time. This is not the only show. I can do it all over again tomorrow. Just like that. Abracadabra. Presto changeo. So, I'm not going to cry. I'm not gonna cry. Not gonna shed no tears. I deserve better. Oh. But, yeah, we'll just do it again tomorrow when he gets a better connection. But it looks like he's at home, so maybe the connection is not better. Maybe it should be a different time of day. Maybe I need to change the hour. But he has a lot of good insight about different things that's going on in hip hop and politics, and we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about that. Oh, Hunter Biden. We got to get to that. He got to get that internet right so we can talk about Hunter Biden. We could schedule Hunter Biden's story tomorrow because Hunter Biden was found guilty on gun charges. And then I see a video today of Biden trying to talk about gun safety. And oh my God, I wanted to laugh because I had just saw the news report where it said Hunter Biden found guilty on all of the gun charges. And then next thing I know, I hear Biden at a podium somewhere. It looked like a women's center or something like that, talking about gun safety. And I was like, at first I thought he was responding to his son being found on these charges, but he said, to lose a child to gun violence is a horrible thing. And I was like, your son is the one with the gun violence. Yeah, it is a horrible thing to lose a child to gun violence. So tell your son to stop fucking with guns when he's high as a kite. Because that was the problem. Right? You did drugs while you were getting your gun license, your permit to carry. But I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm sure he won't even do no time. And if he did, if he didn't, I guess it doesn't make a bit of difference to me. So I'm gonna leave that family alone before I have more problems than I do now. Shut my big old mouth. Shut my big old mouth. Oh, we have our guest back. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. My apologies. This is so embarrassing. It's 2024. I can't get the Wi-Fi.
Well, shit, y'all still got forests everywhere. And where I'm from, we got those big fake trees with cell phone service on it. We probably got more of those than
Oh
real
wow,
trees
yeah.
now. No, we
I
don't
can
have more.
never. Well, I'm never. I never been to California. Honestly, out on the West Coast, but I know out here, like even with my cell phone network, I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi on my phone. I can barely make a phone call.
Oh, really? Yeah, because when it went out the first time, I tried to call you and it went right to voicemail. I had to look at the camera like just one of those TV
Crazy.
movie moments. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
But
But now I was just
yeah, it's still not catching every word that you're saying. And it's messing up our conversation. Like really, I just wanted to chop it up. Like we chopped it up the
yeah.
other day. Get your insight on this, get your thoughts on that, and you know, and just talk about a little bit of everything. But
Yeah.
we will save it for another day. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I should try earlier in the
For
day
sure, for sure.
and see what happens then. But you know, as long as you're open to it, I'm definitely open to trying this again and just really going in and getting your thoughts on a lot of different shit going on.
Sounds good. Yeah, and let me try and get this Wi-Fi internet connection situation handled, and we can definitely try it again.
All right, that sounds like a winner. All right, Bilal, thank you so
I
much for
appreciate you for
joining me
having me.
tonight. No problem. I'll have you back again. You have a good night.